What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. We have an awesome episode for everyone today. One of my favorite stocks exploded today, and that is DraftKings. In today's video, we're going to be explaining the most important stocks to watch for the rest of the week and the most important news that happened in the market today. Towards the end of the video, we have a $710,000 options trade. Make sure you stick around for that. But Tom, what is going on with DraftKings?
Yeah, they're exploding and they're actually getting into the NFT game, and they're actually partnering with Autograph Co. And they're going to be pretty much posting a whole bunch of stuff like high profile athletes like Tiger Woods, Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, Derek Jeter. Autograph Co. is actually founded by Tom Brady, which is pretty cool. And I think that that'll actually end up being pretty good for DraftKings. You know, NFTs have been on fire. Sports cards have been on fire as well. And it's just awesome to see them both kind of getting in there. And they're making that deal with Tom Brady, which is actually pretty interesting. But overall, I really like to see this for DraftKings. And, you know, DraftKings was down here at that like $42 support, really held its levels and is coming right back up. And unfortunately, you know, if you didn't buy it at the lows here, you kind of missed out a little bit, but it's still decent for the longer term right now.
For anyone who's been watching the channel for long enough, you know I'm a huge fan of DraftKings, and they've been struggling a decent amount over the past couple months. They've been making some awesome deals with the UFC and a ton of other people and corporations, and it's awesome to see them kind of like jump in on this NFT craze, you can say, and they're partnering with a pretty well-respected company. Like Tom said, Autograph is co-founded by Tom Brady, and they have a lot of high-profile athletes kind of like partnered with them. So overall, I love DraftKings for the long term, and they even look pretty decent for the short term.
Yeah, for sure. And this is just even better. They're kind of getting into like that NFT game. People are going to be obviously bidding, I think, pretty high for some of these cards. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like some crazy records get broken or something like that. But it'll definitely be interesting to see what ends up going on. But I really love the movement out of DraftKings stock. Even today on the 1 minute, it held its ground all day long and stayed up here right around that $49 area. And I think tomorrow we might start to retest that $50 resistance coming up.
There we go. So Tom, what else happened in the market today?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's some bad news coming out on CNBC. They are reporting that there might be some more restrictions coming back into play. They're saying that local officials across the U.S. are starting to impose COVID mask rules again now that the Delta variant's coming out. Local officials in California and Nevada last week advised all residents, including vaccinated people, to start wearing masks in public settings indoors. So that's a pretty big deal. You know, at restaurants and stuff, they're going to pretty much have to wear masks again. And, you know, it's just it's not too like, you know, too unfortunate yet, but, you know, the restrictions are just now starting. And as we saw last time, it was kind of like a snowball effect. It started out like in California, Nevada, then New York started getting them, and just the cities just kept doing it one by one by one. So if we start to see that happen again, you know, it could put a damper on the growth that we're seeing right now.
For sure. And, you know, a lot of stocks are still pretty high overall. Like stocks like Apple are still pretty close to their all-time highs. Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon, and a lot of other ones are still pretty elevated. So it's just something to keep in mind. But I was looking at the cruise line sector. I've been wanting to buy the dip with this sector, but man, they're just exploding to the upside. I'm kind of hoping they pull back, or just that sector pulls back a little bit over the next week or so I can have an entry.
Yeah, and it might do that with this type of news coming out. With all these restrictions, they might not allow people on the cruise ships again. And, you know, I know that there's already a lot of problems going on with the cruise ships anyways. So it seems like that this news is just obviously not good for it. But the cruise lines continue to rip up, like you said. And we can see the past 2 days, they ran from 20 all the way up to 23.50 today, just about on CCL. And man, it's just been a tear for the past couple of days. And like you said, we're definitely looking for that kind of pull back to the downside just to get that good entry. But it just seems like that this momentum is definitely really, really strong. And I don't know what's going to stop this. So hopefully the variant news might.
All right. And then Tom, what's going on with cryptos? Bitcoin and Ethereum are exploding.
Yeah, this is actually pretty big. We have Ethereum today up 8% on news that Elon Musk confirmed that he owned it. He was in a panel today with a few different people. He was in with Jack Dorsey from Twitter, Kathy Wood from ARK, Square Crypto's leader, Steve Lee was there as well. So there was a whole bunch of key people at this meeting, and he pretty much confirmed that he owned it, and he expressed his support for cryptocurrency in general. And in his own words, he says, if the price of Bitcoin goes down, I lose money. I might pump, but I don't dump, Musk said. I definitely do not believe in getting in while the price is high and selling or anything like that. I would expect to see Bitcoin succeed, Musk said while speaking in the panel. So definitely interesting words from Elon Musk, and really helped Ethereum go up today and Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin ended up going up 6% itself.
For sure. And even if we look at stocks like Mara and Riot, they're up a good amount. Mara's up just under 11%. Riot is up around 13%, which is awesome to see. And Coin even had a pretty good day today. COIN, which is the Coinbase stock, they're up around 3% or so.
Yeah, Coinbase had a really nice little run, especially intraday today. Really followed this 100 SMA up all day long and just kept breaking out to new highs. And I loved how it broke above 236 midday right there.
And then, Tom, let's showcase the bot's play. So the bot called out coin call options around $400 each, and they ran all the way up to $504 each. If you want to trade with the bot every single day, you can click that first link in the description down below. It's been really hot. It calls out daily options day trades. We also have swing trades, order flow bots. We have a ton of different bots. Definitely check out that first link in the description down below. You can cancel at any time, and the bot has been on fire. But let's get right into our member of the day and then the momentum plays. So today's member of the day is Raphael I. Huge shout out, Raphael. Thanks for being a great member of the Discord overall, and thank you so much for all of your support on YouTube. Comments really help grow our channel, and thanks for always commenting. It really helps us out, and we really appreciate it. But Tom, let's get right into these momentum plays. With the first one, we have AMD to the upside.
Yeah, AMD really killed it today, ran all the way up to around 89.50. I would say make them pass above 89.60 for tomorrow. If they go up in pre-market, make them pass above 89.
Sounds good. With the next one, we have MU.
I know this one's kind of like a competitor to AMD, back to the upside again and make them break out above 77.50.
All right, and with the last one, we have Microsoft.
This one actually had a pretty good day today. It even ran up here in after hours, and I would make them pass right above 282.
Sounds great. So we are watching these three plays for potential day trades to the upside tomorrow, only if they break above the levels Tom listed. But let's get right into the unusual options activity for tomorrow. We are looking at the Moderna 345 strike calls that expired this Friday, and there was around $700,000 put into these calls today. I'm definitely going to say that the smart money is shorting these calls, even though MRNA had a pretty good day. Statistically speaking, when stocks are added to the S&P 500, they fall most of the time, and then MRNA is pretty overbought, and at the same time, these options are pretty far out of the money, and they're weeklies.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is that they're weeklies. And so those things are going to start to decay really, really fast. And MRNA has not even hit $345 yet. So it would have to hit an all-time high here, and hopefully it can just hit 340 and then start coming down if it does end up going up tomorrow. But man, I could definitely see this one starting to pull back.
All right, and then let's get right into the comments from the previous video. With the first comment, we have Outlaw saying, "Yo, Mike and Tom, happy Taco Tuesday. Great market wrap up." And then he was asking about AMC. So AMC had an amazing day yesterday. It fell a little bit today, around 5% or so. It's not looking the best, but it's not looking horrible. One thing to note is the positive momentum from AMC is also having a good effect on other hype stocks like CLOV and other ones, which is great in my opinion. Tom, I know we've really been watching CLOV over the past couple days, so it's good to see this like renewed positive momentum with these hype stocks. But what are you thinking with this AMC movement?
Yeah, with AMC, it unfortunately didn't perform the best today. It ran up earlier in the morning, but like we saw with some other stocks, we saw DraftKings, CLOV, we saw Enphase up today. A lot of those other like growth styled stocks ended up still rising, but AMC ended up down 5%, even though we had that good movement early on. But I will say it does look nice that it's holding the $40 support here. at the end of the day. So maybe tomorrow morning, if we can hold $40, I think it might end up moving pretty good. But man, that sell off into the into close was not good.
For sure. Now with the next comment, we have Alan saying, great video like always. Any updates on TTCF earnings and the Kroger deal? So if we take a look at TTCF, they've been struggling a good amount over the past couple months. Now this isn't my favorite setup in the market, but it's not horrible. It is making lower highs, which isn't a good sign, but at the same time, it's also making higher lows. So it's kind of in like a triangle pattern right now. It's sitting right around this $20 level, and the short float is over 30%. So there's definitely potential for a short squeeze, but honestly, it's just not an amazing setup in my opinion. It can definitely pop. I know we have a lot of people in the comments talking about it in a very bullish manner, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, me either. And I will say I'm glad to see it hold the $20 support. I think that that's a really good thing to see with it. But overall, here on the daily, it's just been coming down, like you said. And unless it really holds the support, it's just not going to be good in the shorter term.
All right, with the next comment, we have Corbin saying, could you guys please cover Apple tomorrow? I've been keeping a tight eye on it lately. It would be good to hear your thoughts. Thanks. So let's take a look. Apple, it was down slightly today. Look at this thing is in a point where I'm just very neutral on it. I think we're really starting to see a rotation out of some of these growth stocks or not growth stocks, some of these overbought tech stocks like Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon, stocks like that, and into some of these recovery plays like Boeing, and you could say the cruise lines, and just other sectors like DraftKings and even Penn. So Apple, it's not like I'm bearish on it, but I'm definitely not bullish on it. I just think that there are better opportunities in the market with stocks like Penn, DraftKings, like I said, Boeing, and then even some of these cruise lines.
Yeah, I would say that as well. And just looking at like Apple on like a 15-minute chart here, there's a pretty good support down here, like 142, and a pretty decent like intraday resistance up there around like 148. And it's just kind of been trading between that range for the past couple weeks. So I'm just going to kind of watch for it to maybe just stay between there or finally break out one way or the other. But I really don't like how it hit $150 even, like right on the cent, 150 right on the dollar. So pretty crazy there. And I could see it continue to go down as well, especially with all this, like you said, just this total rotation out of these tech stocks. And then again, we have that split like with NVDA. And I feel like that a lot of things are taking money away from some of these like overbought stocks.
Gotcha. And with the next comment, we have TC saying, awesome work, guys. Do you think Tesla, with its full self-driving subscription, has enough momentum to make another run past $700? Thanks for the input and good job as always. So, Tom, I'm not sure if you saw this or not, but Tesla announced that you can get their full self-driving for around $200 a month, which is awesome in my opinion. I think that'll be great for Tesla for the long term, but man, it's really been struggling lately. You know, we saw a lot of tech stocks explode up over the past month. Now we're even starting to see some of the growth stocks like DraftKings explode up, and Tesla is still not moving. So I just feel like it's kind of like stuck in the mud and there's just no momentum with it.
Yeah, that is crazy. So it's either $200 a month or like a one-time fee of like 4,000 or
Well, actually, they bumped their one-time fee. I think the last time I checked, it was like 8 or 10,000. But yeah, you could either get the subscription or just pay that one-time fee.
wow, yeah, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, Tesla is definitely not moving too well in the shorter term, Mike. Yeah, that's not good for it. Hopefully that news can help it get boosted up, but it just doesn't seem like it helped it too much yet today. But man, like overall, Tesla definitely needs some type of news, I think, to really help them get that turnaround that they're looking for.
Yeah, so they do have earnings pretty soon. I can see on Thinkorswim their earnings are on July 26th. So hopefully they post some good numbers and that gives them some momentum. But, you know, they've just been really struggling lately. So hopefully that gives them some momentum. But Tom, do you have any last minute stocks or anything you're watching for tomorrow?
You know, I'm still gonna have my eyes on Netflix right now. You know, they reported earnings today, and the earnings were pretty bad. They're kind of pulling back down to like that $500 support level, and I'm definitely gonna have my eyes on them for tomorrow for a possible recovery back up or just a continued sell off. But either way, I think Netflix is going to have a lot of movement tomorrow. And then I'm also still have my eyes on some of these China stocks like Baba. You know, a lot of people have quit talking about Baba now that like the market started to fall down for those past couple days and everything. And it looks like Baba's still recovering up pretty nicely off of that $200 support down there and right off that 1,000 SMA. So I'll definitely have my eyes on that around that 210 resistance.
Sounds great. And guys, don't forget, if you want to trade with Tom and myself and our bots every single day, definitely check out that first link in the description down below. The bots have been on fire. Tom had some pretty awesome call outs with CLOV and DraftKings call options lately. Definitely check out that first link in the description down below. You get access to a ton of custom bots, an awesome community, and in the worst case scenario, you can cancel at any time. It's that first link in the description down below. And if you guys have any questions, let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget, if you want to join Tom and I live every single morning at Market Open, don't forget to subscribe to the StockedUp Live YouTube channel. The link for that is also in the description down below. But other than that, thanks for watching.